Thanks, AY. I got my grandson here, and he wants the microphone, which is not surprising. Sorry, Eddie. Yeah, I felt like we were really sound defensively. Okay, go here. Let me see that. Go see mommy for a second. I know. Here, take these. I felt like we were really hard to play against for the most part. I think FIU presents a few problems with the way they play. What you want? Okay. So yeah, we offensively we were uncharacteristic. 18 turnovers is not our style. That's not our lane. So a little frustrated with that. But I think the way FIU plays, you're going to turn it over some. But happy for the win, and man, we got to get healthy. Coach Johnson was out today. Steve Berggraf wasn't feeling good. He was out yesterday and showed up for the game today, and Owen and Zach are feeling. We just kind of run through our deal, so hoping we can get a little time off and refuel a little bit because we got some sick bodies. Questions from the media?
Coach, are you pleased to get out of here with a win, especially with what you got coming up around the corner, and probably easy for the team to overlook a team like FIU with their record the way it is?
Yeah, well, hopefully we had the maturity, John, not to overlook FIU. Again, I think this is a league anybody can beat anybody, and if you don't appropriate it with each game with a great sense of humility, you're gonna be in trouble. And so I thought our guys showed some maturity because one thing about FIU, Coach Ballard, their group never loses their spirit. Man, they play hard for 40 minutes. It's ingrained in them. I don't know how many times we played them, but every single game they will play for the full 40. And I knew that. So I was just, again, concerned that we turned it over as much as we did, and I felt like we just weren't in the same flow. But I think they had a lot to do with that. But yeah, happy to get the win, and obviously. Next week's our last two home games, so we got a big week ahead of us.
You mentioned the turnovers, 18 turnovers on the night. How much of that was what FIU did? How much of that is just battling through what's going to be kind of the up and down, ebb and flow of conference play?
I don't know, Eddie. I think we are the fewest turnover team in the league, and I think we're one of the fewest in the country. So I think it's a bit of an aberration. I know our guys play with a lot of sureness. Again, it's an unusual week. We came back from a week-long road trip and then had a week to prep. I gave them an extra day off. I think we're a little under the weather, so I can give you a myriad of excuses or justifications why we weren't ourselves on that end of the floor yet. In the 40-minute game, no one cares. You got to be able to execute on both ends of the floor, and man, we did some good things too. Our guys recognized some coverages. FIU mixed it up a little bit, and we countered and took what the defense gave us.
It was 19-19 in the first half, and you got a timeout, and then you guys finished on an 11-0 run. They were scoreless over the last 6 minutes of the first half. Was it just kind of a recalibration in that timeout? Was there something said? You probably have to speak to the team a lot about some things like that.
I just felt like we had to get back in our identity and be a little hard to play against and take care of the ball. When we stopped turning it over, we got loose for a couple, and we were more aggressive. We had a little bit better ball pressure, got out on a break or two off a steal, and our team's dangerous. Like, we have so many guys that have the ability to have double-figure scoring nights, and to that degree, we have a bunch of guys that will assist on a lot of baskets. So I felt like that was an important juncture of the game, and we capitalized on some of their mistakes, but I thought we turned it around as well.
Kind of specifically on the passing, you guys really do a great job of skip passing. Even it's your big guys, it's your guards that can all do it so well. Where does that come from? Is it just quality of your players?
I think it's a myriad of things. Derek Johnson, who wasn't here, does a great job in building the little nuances in our offensive packages, and I think guys playing out of those concepts on the daily, and then an unbelievably unselfish group. I think that helps our offensive efficiency. And again, all defenses are different. Like, it's for me or for us, I think it's just solving the puzzle. Like, what are they trying to give us, and then trying to take advantage of it.
Seems like Xander Yates is playing with a lot of confidence recently. Had 3 shots, 3-pointers earlier today. How big is his production and others, but specifically him, his production off the bench recently.
Yeah, Xander was great today. He, he's more than just a shooter. He's got a great IQ, and he's really been much sounder on the defensive end. So obviously him being able to give Owen and Zach, especially in a game like this where they're not feeling their best, I thought that was critical. He really gave us a lift.
What's an aspect of the game that you think you need to work on going into your game against Jack State?
Well, I think, thanks for the question. What's your name?
Isabel.
I think for us, Isabel, we try and get better every day, and whether it's transition defense, our ball screen coverage, our different offensive packages, I just think we got to keep striving for that improvement. But Jack State, they play a physical brand of basketball. They're athletic, tall, and long at every position, and they give us problems because they're a really well coached team. So I just think we got to keep getting better, and we're 2 weeks, I don't know, 2.5 weeks away from the conference tournament. So this would be a really good time to improve.
I think it was a season high for attendance today for this season. How important is the crowd, especially as you go into these last two
Yeah,
rounds?
I mean, last 2 chances to see this year's team. So I hope we get a great crowd on Thursday night. The game should have some significance to it. And then I know we had a Sunday afternoon game against Kennesaw, but that's become a rivalry for them. So I hope Flames Nation comes out because we'll need their support. Thanks, guys.